between these two teams under Franklin-Simpson head coach Dee Spencer. The Dragons have won 12 of the previous 14. The two Franklin-Simpson wins in 2016 and 17. Back in 2016, the Wildcats won in the regular season. Then Warren Central won 69-42 in the 4th region opening round. The Dragons are 6-0 against Franklin-Simpson in this region tournament, spanning the entirety of the 2000s. And this 14th district has been a thorn in Franklin-Simpson's side overall. In the 2000s, the Wildcats 0-15 against 14th district teams, those being Warren Central, Bowling Green. Greenwood's had a couple of wins thrown into that equation as well. They're 0-7 against this district under head coach Dee Spencer in the region tournament. 3 losses to Warren Central, 4 to Bowling Green. The Wildcats overall trying to exercise some demons here tonight. 1-12 in the region tournament in those 12 prior appearances under head coach Dee Spencer. The lone win in 2017 against Russell County. The Wildcats made it to this floor last year as the champions out of the 13th district, fell 57-46 to Russell County in the opening round. The good news for the Wildcats, comparing the two teams in the region tournament teams from last year, Franklin-Simpson has much more experience on this floor. The Wildcats returned 6 players that played the game from last year, including 5 of their top 6 scorers. Ja'Kai Partinger led the Wildcats with 15 points on 5 for 10 shooting. Jameer Brooks and Cole Scherer each had 6 points. Xavier Hampton had 4. Brody McAllister had 3. And Cole and Ja'Kai even played all the way back in 2023 in the region tournament. The last time these two teams faced off on this floor, Warren Central winning that matchup. Wasn't too many minutes for Cole and Ja'Kai. Kai had a couple points. Cole was scoreless. But going back to Warren Central, in that loss to Barron County last year, Armani Bird, one of their key players this year, missed that game with an injury. He's averaging nearly 12 points per game on the season and 6.6 rebounds per game on the year. Their star scorer wasn't even on this Warren Central team last year. A transfer from Warren East High School, 6-foot senior Caleb Prince, averaging 11.7 points per game. He's got 1/10 over Bird in the scoring department this year. Has scored in double figures, a team high 15 times. Scored 17 points in their 14th district tournament opening round win over Bowling Green, and he scored as many as 25 that he put up against Taylor County earlier this season. The Dragons averaged 66 points per game, giving up just 53. That's 34th in the state of Kentucky, shooting 47% from the field, 37% from 3. That's 44th in Kentucky, 70% at the free throw line, and the biggest strength of this Warren Central in the starting lineup, 34 rebounds per game. That's 13th in Kentucky. They've had at least 30 rebounds in 22 of their 26 games so far this season, but held to 29 per game in their 3 losses. They've also been held under 30 points in all 3 of those losses, 56 points per game, and a 32% three-point average, down 5 from their season average, and shooting just 39% from the floor when they lose. It's clear for Franklin-Simpson. It's going to have to start on the defensive end tonight, as it did for Barron County in the opening round of this tournament last year when they held the Dragons to just 44 points. Let's meet the starting lineups as they're about to be announced here inside Diddle Arena as well. First for the Dragons, under 15th year head coach Will Unseld with 7 region championships under his belt coming into tonight. We've talked about a couple of the starters already. 6-foot senior number 1, Caleb Prince, a guard, averaging 11.7 points, 3.5 rebounds per game on the season. Joining him in the backcourt is 6'1 senior number 13, Dominique Anthony, averaging just under 10 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game on the season. He's been in double figures 11 times this year, had 12 points in the district championship against South Warren. Joining them in the backcourt is 5'8 senior number 3, Ryan Holbert. He's averaging 4 points per game, has made 26 three-pointers so far this season. This is a team with more than a handful of players that have made at least 23 pointers on the season. They will let it fly from outside, and they've got several players that we'll talk about off the bench that are ready to do the same thing. In the front court, 6'8 junior number 0, Armani Bird, 11.6 points, 6.6 rebounds per game on the season. He's had 3 double-doubles on the year. And joining him in the front court is Jeremiah McCombs, a 6'3 senior, only 2 double-doubles, but he's had at least 10 rebounds 7 times. He's their leading rebounder at 8 rebounds per game. On the other side for your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats, coming in at 9-15 overall on the season. under 14th-year head coach D. Spencer. 202 wins in his career with 161 against 4th region opponents. The Wildcats will go 4 guards tonight, 1 change to the starting lineup. Jameer Brooks will come off the bench, the 6'4 junior averaging nearly 9 points per game. And in the starting lineup is 6'1 junior Xavier Hampton, making his 8th appearance of the season, averaging 6 points per game so far on the year. He scored 9 points, his second highest scoring output of the season in the district championship loss to Logan County. The rest of the starting lineup, what we've gotten used to for Franklin-Simpson. The quadrant of Ja'Kai Partinger, the 6'2 senior leading scorer for the Wildcats at 14 points per game. 6' junior Brody McAllister averaging 12 points per game. 6'3 sophomore Donovan Dudley down low, averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds with a couple double-doubles in the past month. And rounding out the starting 5, 6'2 senior Cole Scher, averaging 11 points and 4 rebounds per game. Partinger will try to go for the tip against the listed 6'8 Armani Bird. He wins it, and we're underway from Diddle Arena. The Dragons with the first possession. Holding it up top is Holbert. The senior has been in double figures twice this year, but commands this offense out of the point guard spot. Ball goes onto the right wing to Prince. The shifty 2-guard guarded by McAllister. Now they go back up top to Holbert. Now into the left corner. Off a drive. Kick out. Right corner 3 on the way for Bird. Misses long, and Dudley clears the rebound for Franklin-Simpson. Donovan just listed at 4 rebounds per game, but he's hit double digits in that department 3 times this year. Hampton holds it up top, now swings it over to McAllister. Fakes the left wing 3, now dribbles to his right. Brody stops at the free throw line, gives it out to Hampton. Now left side Partinger. Cats leading score at 14 points per game. Ja'Kai stuck on the baseline, wraps it back outside to Hampton. Gets inside, fakes on the block, fades from 5 feet and hits. Franklin-Simpson strikes first, with Zay Hampton picking up where he left off in the 13th District Championship game. Zay gambles on a steal, can't get it, and it leaves a wide open 3 in the right corner. That one missed short off the hand of Holbert, and the Cats have the rebound coming the other way. 6:40 left in the first quarter, leading 2-0. Partinger gets a screen from Dudley at the top of the key. Lost it off his foot, but gets it right back. Being pressured right now by Prince. Ja'Kai drops it off to Dudley, gets it right back on a handoff to Dudley at the elbow. Outside Hampton, juggles for a moment, but now picks up his dribble and looks for an option. Dudley on the elbow. Biggest man on the floor listed at 280 pounds. Here comes McAllister slashing through. He'll fade away from 10 feet and hit! Brody with the right side jumper. It's 4-0 Franklin-Simpson, 2 minutes in. Up top, faking a 3 and driving is McCombs. Now it goes out on the left wing to Holbert. Up top, Prince. Partinger guarding him. 2 minutes into the opening frame. Wildcats have the first 2 baskets. Prince holding it at the red towel logo at midcourt as they wait to set up their offense. They've got 2 players set up on the elbows. Now everybody releases, and it goes into the right corner to McCombs. Looks down low, flaring off a screen is Anthony. Drives against Partinger, kicks it out left corner for a 3. Switched home by Holbert. 27th triple of the season for Holbert. He's out there to facilitate and shoot open 3s. Dragons had missed a couple. They strike now to make it 4-3 Franklin-Simpson. Wildcats need to get it across half court. Finally do. Partinger floats it to the block to Dudley. Hampton catch and shoot 3. Missed way long. And here comes Warren Central the other way. Hail Mary pass. Hampton trying to chase it down. Thrown in, trying to save it as Prince, but it goes to Scherer. Great hustle by Hampton to force the issue. Brody McAllister will walk it up against Prince, coming off his 18th double-digit performance of the season. Gives it to Partinger and sets a screen. Ja'Kai driving right, guarded by the 6'3 wing McCombs. Being hounded out there, now gives it over to Dudley. Back out to Partinger, 4:52 left in the first quarter. Bounce past McAllister, left corner. Puts it on the dribble, drives, holds it on the elbow, back outside. Partinger right wing. Puts it on the floor, backing down against Anthony. Back out to Hampton, and the Cats content to reset. That shot clock has not been instituted yet, and Franklin-Simpson content to take advantage with a 4-3 lead as we tick to 4:30 left in the first quarter. Dudley wraps it over to Partinger, now comes to set a screen. Back to Dudley on the elbow, faces, backing down against McCombs, fades from 6 feet, well short, but it's chased down by McAllister, but his foot was on the baseline as he saved it. And it'll go back to Warren Central with 4:17 left to go in this opening quarter. Dudley will come out. Jameer Brooks in. Coming off the bench tonight, averaging nearly 9 points per game. Caden Brewer will check in as well, as Hampton also goes to the bench. Caden averaging 2 points, 2.5 rebounds per game on the season. 4-3 Franklin-Simpson. 4:10 left here in the first quarter. This is the pace you want if you're the Wildcats. Against the Dragons team scoring 66 per game. On the left corner, Holbert goes down low. Anthony posted against McAllister. Brody blocked it from behind. And then he throws it away, though, right to Prince. Miscommunication between he and Partinger, and Prince drops it in for two. After the great defensive play, the Cats give it right back and trail 5-4, 3:45 left in the first. Warren Central setting up a full court trap defensively. Wildcats got to find a way to break it. Brooks shovels to McAllister, and they finally get across half court. Down low, Brewer. Contact layup, good. Brewer right through the body of Holbert, and the Cats take the lead back 6-5, 3:30 left to go in the first. If they can break that full court trap, they might be able to get some easy buckets. But it's easier said than done against the length of this Warren Central team. Anthony catch and shoot three. Missed long, but an offensive rebound for Burr. Kicks it back out for another triple. That one rattles off. Partinger tips. Up with it this time is McCombs. His putback no good, but he gets it back for another try. To Prince on the right side. Driving against Brewer. Now kicks it out to Holbert. Drives, kicks. Prince top of the keep three. Missed long. Another offensive rebound. McCombs tips it to Bird. Up top to Prince. Fakes a pass into the left corner, then travels, taking off from the top of the key. The Cats give up 4 offensive rebounds, but somehow walk away with no more points on the board for Warren Central, and still holding a 6-5 lead with 2:50 left to go in the quarter. McCombs, Anthony, and Holbert all check out for the Dragons. Karan Johnson, their senior three-point marksman with 37 makes on the season, checks in, as does Cash Carter, a junior averaging 6 points per game, and Ian Daniel, another one that just throws him up from three. He's only made 4 2-pointers this year, 33 pointers. And the Cats have it after all those subs, with Partinger trying to bring it into the front court, up 6-5, 2:45 left in the first quarter. Hampton gets it across half court to Brooks on the left wing. Jameer directing traffic, needs somebody to get it to. Double team comes his way, now gives it to Partinger up top. Warren Central so athletic, they'll gamble on those double teams that can easily rotate back. Scherer left side three. He had the size mismatch, and he buries it over the 5'8 Johnson. Cole caught that ball, faced the basket, and fired as Brooks knocks a pass out of bounds on the far side. 9-5 Franklin-Simpson. 2:19 left to go in the first quarter. 23rd triple of the season for Cole Scherer. Right side wide open as Daniel off the inbound. He misses long. Nobody boxes out on the left block. Prince's put back no good though, and Scherer has it. He's in trouble. Double team comes his way, now shovels it off to Brooks. Jameer spins into the front court. We've yet to have a foul called on either team with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. A lot of contact up top between he and Johnson. Now Brooks gives it off to Scherer. Cole stops at the top of the key, gives it up on the baseline to Brewer. Faces, thought about a jumper, now looks to attack against Daniel. Missed the layup short, was a great move, just couldn't convert. Rebound tipped out, Warren Central up with it. Up ahead to Johnson, lobs it up, unable to flush it home as Bird on the lob, but it'll stay with Warren Central with another offensive rebound. Carter, left side over to Johnson. 9-5, still Franklin-Simpson with 1:30 left to go in the first quarter, as Bird tried to flush it home with one hand on the fast break, but couldn't hold on. Screen comes up top for Prince. Gives it over on the left side. Daniel catch and shoot three. Way long, and it's rebounded by Brewer. Dudley and McAllister will check in for Franklin-Simpson at the next dead ball. I would not be surprised if the Wildcats try to hold this for the final 1:05 of the quarter with a 9-5 lead. Coach Spencer telling his guys to move around on the perimeter. Scherer comes to get on the right wing, now gives it right corner to Brooks. Jameer drives baseline all the way to the rim. Tough layup over two defenders, misses, and it's rebounded by Warren Central. Up ahead, Johnson in transition. Missed the layup long. Bird's tip no good. Still being fought for. The Dragons get another offensive rebound, but a jump ball called that sends it back to Franklin-Simpson with 43 seconds left to go in a first quarter, with the Wildcats leading 9-5. Coach Unseld for a moment was just sitting there with his palm over his head. As McAllister and Dudley come in. Scherer and Hampton out. Brooks gets the inbound and walks with it immediately under the Warren Central basket to give it right back to the Dragons. Ball goes into the left corner off the inbound for a three, miss short, but another offensive rebound, and this time a foul called on the putback try for McCombs. So he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. The first shot defense from Franklin-Simpson has been everything you can ask for. But I'll be interested to get the official stat total of what the offensive rebound total is for Warren Central in this opening quarter as McCombs drains the first free throw. He's a 61% shooter on the season. Combs bends, fires up a second, and hits. 9-7 FS leading with 37 seconds left to go in this opening quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road or call 270-586-9899. The Cats get it across half court to break the press, and then McAllister lobs it back into the backcourt. Brooks just has to chase it down to prevent a bucket, but it's over and back, and 2 turnovers have put Warren Central in a position to have a final possession of the opening quarter, trailing Franklin-Simpson 9-7 with 25 seconds left to go as they inbound it to Holbert. He holds up top, guarded by Pardinger. Ball goes on the right side to McCombs. Guarded loosely by Brooks. Holbert wants it back, and they'll set up their offense. Holbert hands it off to Johnson. 6 seconds left. 5. Johnson gives it away, gets it right back on a handoff, misses the three-pointer long. Another offensive rebound and a fadeaway at the horn. No good off the hand of Carter, and that will bring the opening quarter to a close. It has not been perfect by any means for the Wildcats, but she'll take a 2-point lead after one against the region favorites. 9-7, Franklin-Simpson leads it here at the 4th Region Tournament on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Back with you here inside EA Diddle Arena at the Boys 4th Region Basketball Tournament. Franklin-Simpson leading 14th District champions Warren Central 9-7 as we enter the second quarter. 4 Wildcats in the scorebook. Cole Scherer with the lone triple for the Cats. He leads with 3. Brody McAllister, Zay Hampton, and Caden Breward each with 2 apiece. Armani Bird has it on the right wing for Warren Central as we get the quarter underway. Gives it off into the corner to Ryan Holbert. Outside to Prince. Now ball on the left wing. They work it down low to McCombs. The 6'3 junior whips it out into the right corner. Holbert for 3, left short, but another offensive rebound chased down and thrown off the hand of McAllister as we get the official tally. That right there will go down as the 10th offensive rebound for Warren Central in this game. Franklin-Simpson has 6 rebounds total, but somehow leading 9-7 as the Dragons now just 2 for 18 from the floor. The Wildcats 4 for 8. As the Warren Central team shooting 47% from the field this year, and the big key, they've taken 10 threes already. Here they work it down low and able to convert is 6'1 wing Dominique Anthony to tie us up at 9. Just 2 points in the paint for that Warren Central team, despite all those offensive rebounds in the first quarter. Wildcats content to dare them to shoot it from outside. That's what Barron County did for a large part of their upset win over Warren Central last year. The Dragons went just 4 for 16 from 3. As McAllister inbounds off a pass deflected out of bounds to Partinger. Jakai brings it across half court. Triple team comes his way. Now gives it off to Brooks on the right side. Back to Jakai. 7 minutes left before halftime. Tied up at 9 apiece. Partinger, scoreless so far, averaging 14 per game on the year. Steps back on the left wing. Now has to give it off to Scherer. Cole wrapping around now up top to Dudley. Donovan shielding off. Needs a guard to get it to. Now shovels it to Kai. Sets a screen in the process. Partinger driving right side, stops on the elbow, bounce pass down low to Scherer, deflected, but Cole chases it down. Down low to Dudley. He's got a huge size mismatch, but instead tries a jumper, and he missed it long. Could have backed his way to the rim, but pulled up with it. And here comes Warren Central the other way. Runner misses, but slammed back home by Bird with two hands. And the Dragons take an 11-9 lead with 6:23 left before halftime. Bird fumbled a potential lob earlier that time, held on with two hands for safety. As Dudley comes out, Zay Hampton back in with 6:23 left to go in the second quarter. Hampton a net +4 when he's been out there for the Wildcats in this game. That's the best plus or minus for Franklin-Simpson so far. McAllister gets it back from Brooks off the inbound. Now backing into a double team. Throws it across half court, and it's picked off by Holbert. Holbert gets around Brody at the rim. Missed it, and it's pulled down by McAllister as well. Brody needs help in the backcourt. Tries to go to Brooks, and it's knocked out of bounds, but they get a foul against Anthony, who was flying through to get it. That's his first. It's the first foul of the game against the Dragons with exactly 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Brody trying to inbound. Now finally flows it into Hampton, but it's picked off by Anthony. This Warren Central pressure causing Franklin all kinds of fits. Prince drives, kicks, Bird left wing three. Missed long. Partinger tips the rebound to Hampton, and he'll bring it up for the Wildcats. Zay stops on the right wing, driving against Bird, wraps all the way to the rim, blocked but fouled at the rim. Aggressive drive by Zay, and that's how Franklin-Simpson's got to play. Warren Central's got size. There's only one player in their starting lineup listed below 6 feet. They've got the 6'8" Bird down low and the 6'3" McCombs down there with them, who is uber athletic. But they've still got to play aggressively, and that's been missing as Zay buries the first free throw, and that is one thing that he most certainly brings to the table. Hampton not afraid of anybody at the rim. Now just 7 for 16 at the free throw line this season, but he makes those two with two confident strokes. He leads the Wildcats with 4, and we're tied up at 11. 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Hampton pressuring up top, but it goes to McCombs on the wing against Partinger. Down low, Anthony backing down Scherer. Fades, left-handed hook shot, misses. Rebound pulled down, though, by McCombs, and his putback is good with the right hand. Another offensive rebound, and this time the Dragons convert to make it 13-11. They're in front by 2. 5:15 left to go in the quarter. McAllister gives it to Brooks at half court. Jameer right back to Brody. And 10 seconds called as he got it to McAllister just short of the half court line. And before he could sprint across, the Wildcats ran out of time. So the Dragons get it back up 13-11 with 5:12 left to go before halftime. Prince will bring it into the front court, guarded by Hampton. Right side of McCombs. They go into the left corner to Prince, isolated now against Scherer. Trying to go back down low to McCombs. Instead it goes to Holbert for a catch-and-shoot three. Missed long, and a foul call down low against Franklin-Simpson. McAllister pushed McCombs going for the rebound, so the Dragons will keep it with 4:56 left in the second. Karan Johnson will come back in for Warren Central. Prince will get a breather. Holbert is the one to come out. Wildcats have done a great job against Prince so far, just 2 points between he and Bird, both averaging just under 12 points per game. Shovel goes up top to Johnson. Now into the right corner, McCombs beats McAllister off the dribble, kicks it out at the last moment. One more up top, extra pass made, great ball movement, and Johnson buries the triple. Everyone at every turn made the extra pass, and Johnson was the beneficiary with a right wing three. As off the inbound, the Dragons are called for a foul pressuring Hampton. They do get it against Dominique Anthony. That is his second foul. So he'll check out as Cash Carter comes back in. With 4:37 left to go in the first half, it's now 16-11 Warren Central. The Dragons with their second make from deep in this opening half. They're averaging 7.5 per game. They've made at least 10 8 times this year, but have been cold to start this one. Cats took advantage of the first quarter, just 2 points so far in the second. Portinger trying to get it across half court, gives it to Scherer, rifles it across, hopping through the lane is Brooks, who scores with the left hand, slashing through the paint. First bucket for Jameer. Quickly Warren Central goes down low to Carter. Scherer guarding him. Kicks it outside. Three-pointer faked by Johnson. Puts it on the floor. Leaves it on the baseline. Extra pass made. Carter for three. Rattles off. No. McCombs pushed off to Portinger to get the rebound. And Shakai blocked the shot anyways. McAllister pressured in the front court. Gives it over to Brooks. Jameer splits a double team. Tries to leave it for Scherer. And it's stolen away by McCombs. They are letting a lot of contact go right now. Right side stepping into a three and missing is Johnson. Bird flushes it home, flying over multiple players. They call a foul down low. It's on Hampton. So they take away the putback for Bird, who flew through over three Wildcats to flush the putback. But fortunately, it's waved off because of the foul on Zay down low. Dudley will check in. Hampton will come out. So a good foul all in all with 3:50 left in the half to keep it at a 3-point deficit. Prince just floats it into the backcourt, and Johnson will chase it down to set up the offense. Gives it right back to Prince, and he dribbles to the midcourt red towel logo. Prince, the Warnies transfer. Averaging 11.7 per game. Pulls it out up top, guarded by Scherer. Drives, kicks to Johnson. Now reps up top to Bird. Fakes a three. Now pulls from the right elbow. Missed it over Dudley. That's the shot you're fine with Bird taking. And the Wildcats bring it the other way, down by 3. Portinger still scoreless so far. He gives it to Caden Brewer in for the Wildcats. To McAllister left corner. Down low, Dudley pushes it long from the left block. Was wide open, but Johnson tried to take a charge. Just flopped down. No call affected Dudley. And Prince comes the other way and buries a jumper from the free throw line. 18-13 Warren Central, 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. McAllister has it ripped away at midcourt, but falling out of bounds with it is Johnson, so the Wildcats will keep possession with 2:56 left before halftime. Missed layups have plagued FS all year long. They've left a couple there tonight. But all in all, competing with the Dragons so far in this opening round game. Portinger brings it into the front court, now gets a screen from Dudley. Jakai on the left wing, goes to Donovan at the elbow, but it's tipped and stolen by the Dragons. Up ahead, Johnson in transition, fouled hard at the rim by McAllister, nearly got it to go anyways, but instead will go to the line for 2 free throws. Karan Johnson, the lone three-pointer of the second quarter for Warren Central. He's only taken 13 free throws this year, but made 10. Dragons 2 for 2 at the line tonight. The 2 makes from Jeremiah McCombs as Johnson buries the first of these two to make it 19-13 Warren Central. With 2:39 left to go before halftime, McAllister and Dudley come out. The 5 on the floor now, Brewer, Portinger, Hampton, Brooks, and Scherer for Franklin-Simpson. Jadis Duncan in for Warren Central, 6'4" junior, averaging a point per game and 2.5 rebounds. The second free throw goes, make it 20-13 Warren Central. Brooks sends it over to Portinger on the right side, cross court to Hampton, and they broke into full court pressure. Now comes the half court trapping. Portinger gets to the elbow and is fouled juggling the basketball. Tried to flip up a runner, but they're going to get a foul before the shot with 2:24 frozen on the clock in this second quarter. Cats will be in the bonus for the remainder of the second if they can take advantage, trailing 20-13 for the baseline inbound. Portinger to take it, gets it into Hampton in the right corner. Zay double team, gives it right back to Portinger. Hits a cutting Brewer, his runner all the way around and out. And it's rebounded by Duncan for the Dragons. They work it quickly up ahead into the right corner. Johnson for 3. Got it. And just like that, the Dragons have a 10-point lead, 23-13. And the Wildcats will take a timeout. We'll step away as well. 2:10 left to go in the opening half. Warren Central leading Franklin-Simpson 23-13 here at the 4th Region Boys Basketball Tournament on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
23-13, the Warren Central lead over Franklin-Simpson out of a full timeout for the Wildcats with 2:10 left to go in the opening half. Franklin-Simpson ball working to break the full court pressure from Warren Central. Nearly throw it away again, but Partinger now has it on the right wing. Steps into an elbow jumper, gets the bounce, and falls for the first field goal of the night for Ja'Kai Partinger. 23-15, Wildcats trail it by 8 now after leading 9-7 after the first quarter. Left corner three on the way. Another for Karan Johnson, his third triple of the quarter. He's got 11 of the 19 for the Dragons, and it's 26-15. 1:38 left to work with in the first half. Hampton to Brooks. Jameer dribbles front court. Double team comes. Gives it outside to Partinger. Ja'Kai left elbow steps back for a triple. Missed long. Brooks skies through to gets it. And puts it in midair from the right block. Brooks now with 4, 26-17, the deficit. 1:15 left in the first half. Johnson gets it again. Left wing fakes a three this time. Goes up top. Cash Carter driving in. Fades away from 8 feet. Left short. And it goes into the lap of Partinger. Ja'Kai brings it down the left wing. Partinger all the way to the rim. Blocked. Standing up by Carter trying to fall away. That's the length of this Warren Central backcourt. Carter behind the back dribble. Swings it out left side. Holbert all the way around. Tries to whip it to Johnson. Was the pass deflected? It was by Hampton. Coach Spencer pleading that it was last touched by Johnson in the quarter. Not going to get that call, as Bird will check back in with 54 seconds left to go in the first half, with Warren Central leading 26-17. Bird posted down low. Instead it goes on the right block. Shot blocked by Brooks from behind, but they say Jadis Duncan was fouled in the process, and Duncan will go to the line for 2 free throws. Just 5 for 8 at the line this year. Warren Central only takes 12 per game as a team. The Wildcats taking 15. But they're 4 for 4 tonight. The Wildcats 2 for 2. First of these 2 for Duncan is good. Already the 7th different Dragon to score. 6 different Wildcats have scored tonight. The problem is Zay and Jameer are tied for the team high with 4 apiece. Second free throw on its way, rattles off. Rebound tipped out by Bird, but it goes right to Brewer. It's 27-17. Cats have it. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Hampton drives down, draws contact again, and he'll go to the line for his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. Zay has played with the most confidence of any Wildcat in this game, and that's why he's been inserted into this starting lineup. First of these 2 free throws misses long, though, and the score remains 27-17 with 46 seconds left in the first half. Out comes Duncan, as McCombs comes back in down low for the Dragons. Second free throw all the way around and out for Zay, so it remains 27-17. Prince brings it up against Hampton, now leaves it off on the left side for Anthony, that gets it right back. Now to Anthony, left elbow. Jabs, fakes, drives, gets around Brewer and scores down low. 4 points now for Anthony. It's 29-17. Warren Central. Cats have 22 seconds left to work with in the first half. Brooks gives to Partinger on the left side, still trying to get across half court, floats it to Brooks, and they're across the timeline, but Jameer double team now. Brooks throws a jump ball to Scherer. He tips it, comes away with it for a moment. Now it's knocked away, and Prince chases it down for Warren Central. Up ahead, Bird, two-handed slam, rattles out, no, and the Cats get it back. Coach Spencer pleading for a timeout with 2 seconds left to go in the half. The officials don't notice, and the half comes to a close. 29-17, Warren Central in front. It was 9-7 Franklin-Simpson after one. The Dragons outscore FS 22-8 in the second quarter to take a 12-point lead at the break, as Coach Spencer still pleading his case with the officials and at least letting them know, hey, next time, see if you can catch the coach calling his timeout. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you all the numbers from this opening half and figure out together what the Wildcats need to do to get some replications of that opening quarter and claw back into this game against the region favorites, trailing 29-17 at the break against Warren Central. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball at the 4th Region Boys Basketball Tournament on 92.3 W.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass. So you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county. So within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
Get ready for high-flying choreography, powerful music, and a story that hits like an action movie on stage. Newsies takes you to 1899 New York City and brings to life the true story of the Newsboys strike. Follow Jack Kelly and a fearless group of young newsboys as they stand up to powerful newspaper tycoons and fight for what's right. With explosive dance numbers, unforgettable songs like Seize the Day, and a story full of grit, humor, and heart, this is more than just a musical, it's an experience. You'll laugh, you'll cheer, and you might even leave inspired. Don't miss your chance to see the energy, the passion, and the power of Newsies live at Franklin-Simpson High School Performing Arts Center, March 20th through 22nd. Purchase your tickets at fshsmusical.ludus.com. Seize the day and get your tickets now.
(29-17) Franklin-Simpson trailing Warren Central at halftime here inside Diddle Arena. Tyler Eaton, so glad to be back with you for another night of Region Tournament basketball. Whether you're tuning in on 92.3 FM, 92.3 WFKN.com, or on the WFKN app, or watching alongside us on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9's YouTube page. Another reminder, we'll be back with you Friday night for the girls' semifinals. Franklin-Simpson taking on Allen County Scottsville, a late 8 o'clock tip, second game of the night there. We'll be on the air around 7:45. Obviously, it'll depend a bit upon how the first game goes. Wouldn't be surprised if we're actually on the air closer to 8 o'clock with an 8:15 tip, but we'll keep you posted on all of that on our WFKN Facebook page. The winner of this game here tonight will go on to play Monday night at 6:30 against Clinton County or Barron County in the boys' semifinals. Taking a look at the numbers from this opening half, it has been a numbers game that the Wildcats have been on the wrong side of. Most notably, field goal attempts. The Dragons have taken 37 shots to just 16 for Franklin-Simpson. The Wildcats are shooting 44% from the floor. Warren Central just 27%. But a 21-shot discrepancy so far. The Dragons have 15 offensive rebounds to just 1 for Franklin-Simpson, and they forced 9 Wildcat turnovers, scoring 9 points directly off those turnovers and 11 second chance points directly off those offensive rebounds. Karan Johnson leading the way in scoring for the Dragons with his 11 points, all in that second quarter with 3 3-pointers. As a team, the Dragons just 4 for 18 from outside. That's clearly been the game plan for Franklin-Simpson, and it makes sense. The Dragons have so much size, so much athleticism. They've dared the Dragons to shoot it from deep. They've taken that dare, and it's worked out, except for all of those long corralling misses that end up around the elbows deep on the baseline that have worked in the favor of that length of the Dragons. 4 points apiece for Jeremiah McCombs and Dominique Anthony McCombs, leading Warren Central with 7 rebounds, 6 of them offensive. Caleb Prince, their leading scorer on the year, just 4 points so far. He's 2 for 5 from the floor. Just behind him in scoring, as we talked about, Prince averaging 11.7. Armani Bird, the 6'8 junior, averaging 11.6. He's got just 2 points on 1 for 7 shooting from the field, but 6 rebounds and 5 of them offensive so far. On the other side for Franklin-Simpson, 4 points leads the way from Jameer Brooks and Xavier Hampton. Jameer 2 for 3 from the floor. Zay 1 for 2. He's made the Wildcats only 2 free throws in this one. He's 2 for 4 at the line. Warren Central 5 for 6 as a team in the opening half. 3 points for Cole Shera with the lone triple for the Wildcats. They've only taken 3 from deep. They have played this game exactly as they've needed to, though with the deficit now built up, wouldn't be surprised if they fire up some more from outside in this second half. 2 points apiece for Ja'Kai Partinger, Brody McAllister, and Caden Brewer. On the other side, we talk about the offensive struggles for the 2 leading scorers for Warren Central in Bird and Prince. Well, Partinger at 14 per game and Brody at 12 per game, leading Franklin-Simpson in scoring. Brody's only taken 1 shot. He made it for his 2 points. Ja'Kai 1 for 3 from the floor with his 2 points so far. Wildcats with 9 turnovers, 4 for Brody, 3 for Jameer, trying to handle that full court trapping pressure. The signature defense under head coach Will Unseld. In that first quarter, they didn't run as much of it. If anybody's seen this Dragons team, if you know how they operate, they know that Clinton County most likely is coming up on Monday, or Barron County team that knocked them out in the opening round of the region tournament last year. They don't want to show all their cards. The Wildcats came out, punched them in the mouth, took an early lead in this game, and forced those cards to be shown immediately in the second quarter. And that second quarter turned into a 22-8 margin for the Dragons because of those turnovers and because of what they were able to produce from the pressure. For reference, 3 turnovers in the first quarter for Franklin-Simpson, 6 in the second quarter for the Wildcats. And the Dragons, the other big adjustment they made in the second quarter, they had only scored 2 points in the paint in the first frame. Granted, just 7 points total in that second quarter. Again, 22 total points scored. They scored 10 points in the paint. They make 3 3-pointers. So that's 19 already of the 22 points that were scored. The other 3 in the quarter for Warren Central come at the free throw line. Modern basketball, paint points, 3-pointers, and free throws. The Dragons pieced it all together to take a 29-17 lead into this halftime break. Wildcats looking for their second region tournament win under head coach Dee Spencer and to get their first win over this 14th district in the region tournament of the 2000s. I can't go far enough back to find a win. 0 for 15 against the 14th district, Warren Central, Bowling Green, and Greenwood in the 2000s in this tournament. Perhaps tonight is the night to break the spell. 29-17, Warren Central leads it over Franklin-Simpson. Second half comes your way right after this from EA Diddle Arena, right here on 92.3 W.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Set to get the second half underway here inside Diddle Arena in the 40th season of basketball broadcast here on WFKN. Started back in 86-87 with the legendary James Mooneyhan and Ken Metcalf helping him out on the call before Steve Thurman came along as the voice of the Lady Cats. 72nd season overall of WFKN broadcasting Franklin-Simpson Sports. What an honor to be with you here from the 4th Region Boys Basketball Tournament as the Wildcats have possession, trailing 29-17 to get the second half underway. Pardinger trapped in the backcourt, gives it to McAllister. Wildcats got to break the pressure. They do after 9 seconds. Now Jakai gives it back to Brody. Those two just passing it back and forth deep on the wings. Warren Central coming out in that half-court trap immediately. That's how they had so much success in the second quarter. Dudley gives it to Pardinger, left wing three. Miss long, and it's chased down in the corner by Prince. He wants to run. Prince down the left wing. Gets around McAllister, kicks it out right corner. Wide open three for Holbert, short, but it goes right into the hands down low of Anthony, who scoops around and scores with a reverse on the baseline. 6 points now for Dominique Anthony, and it's 31-17 Warren Central, 7:15 left in the third. Now the Dragons break out of that half-court trap. They'll play it man-to-man for now. Hampton fires a left corner three, way off the mark, and rebounded down low by Prince. Cats took 3 3-pointers in the first half. They've already taken 2 in a minute here in the second half. Down low, McCombs fouled by Hampton, trying to block his layup try. Zay didn't like the call, although I'm not sure there's ever been a high school basketball player like a call made against them. It's the second against Zay, and will be 2 free throws for Jeremiah McCombs, who made a pair in the first quarter. The Dragons 5 for 6 tonight. They've only made 10 free throws in a game 8 times this season, making 8.2 per night. First of these 2 misses long for McCombs. The Dragons have won 3 straight region championships before losing in the first round to Barron County last year. Bowling Green, the reigning region champs, they lost in the opening round of their district tournament to this Warren Central team. The 14th district have won 24 straight between Bowling Green and Warren Central. 24 straight region championships since Russellville won in 2001. Panthers also won it in 2000. Cats trying to break the pressure. It's stuck in the backcourt. Dudley gives to Pardinger. Jakai sprinting up, hesitates to short of half court, finally gets across. Coach Spencer was going to call a timeout. Again, they didn't see him. I guess the speech before halftime didn't work, and the possession stays alive. McAllister holds it deep on the right wing. Cats down by 15, 6:35 left to go in the third quarter. Dudley sets a screen. Now it goes to Pardinger. Another screen set by Donovan. To Scherer on the right side. Guarded by Holbert. Drives baseline. Spins. Fadeaway jumper. Bounces across. Dudley muscles through to get the rebound, but is put back swatted by McCombs. Here comes Prince. Holbert left corner. Drives around Scherer. Left block layup long. But the 5'8" Holbert comes out of the pile with it. To Prince for 3. No. This time Pardinger able to clear. That was the 16th offensive rebound of this game for Warren Central. And that one from the 5'8" Holbert, but the Cats able to get it away. Pardinger driving. He's fouled on a scoop shot by McCombs. And will go to the line for his first 2 free throws of the night. Jakai just 2 points so far on 1 for 4 shooting. On the season, a 63% free throw shooter. First of these two rattles off, no. Missed a three-pointer earlier in the quarter. He's now just 2 for 19 from 3 his last 5 games and 2 quarters and 2 minutes. After really heating up in the latter part of the season from outside. Second free throw short for Kai. Whistle blows. Lane violation called. That'll give him another try. So we'll see if the Cats can get one here with 5:53 frozen on the clock left in this ball game. And they do. First point of the quarter comes from Partinger at the line, 32-18. Here comes Prince quickly to the rim. Missed it long, but put back up and in midair by McCombs. 34-18 now the Warren Central lead. Brooks, double team to the backcourt, picks up his dribble, throws it up to Scherer. He's alone in the front court, and he gets it to go on the right block. Great job by Jameer to sense that somebody had to be open. Down on the other end, McAllister blocks a shot on the block, but again, they get a foul called. And this time it's Anthony that will go to the line for 2. The other thing that Warren Central doing, anytime Franklin-Simpson scores, they're putting pedal to the metal and getting that ball to the block as fast as they can. As Anthony gets the first of these 2 free throws to go, he's now got 7 points for the game, 3 in this quarter. Cash Carter checks back in for Warren Central, the junior averaging 6 per game as McCombs comes out. Second free throw, perfect for Anthony, give him 8. And it's 36-20 Warren Central with 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. Brooks gets the inbound, being hounded by Carter. Double team comes with Prince. Picks up his dribble, calling for someone to come get it, and throws it right into the hands of Carter, who puts it up and in on the right block. 38-20 now Warren Central, 5 minutes left to go in the third. Dragons outscoring the Wildcats 9-3 in the quarter so far as McAllister dribbles it off the foot of Carter. And it's out of bounds on the far side. Brody throws up both hands and he looks at his bench. The other thing that has not gone in the Wildcats' favor is this has not been a tightly whistled game. They have let a lot of physicality go, which 10 times out of 10 will go in the favor of Warren Central because they want to play you as physically as possible defensively. Hands up in the grill, a lot of hand checks. Hampton driving baseline. This one misses long. Knocked out to Anthony for Warren Central. Bounces it left side. Johnson all the way to the left block and scores with the left hand. Make it 40-20 Warren Central. And Coach Spencer will take a timeout with 4:38 left to go in this third quarter. We'll keep it here as it's just a 30. First basket of the second half for Karan Johnson. He's got a game-high 13 points. Wildcats had 9 turnovers in the opening half. Still struggle to find an answer to that full court trapping pressure. They got Scherer wide open down low to get a basket. Their only field goal of the second half. Dragons have heated up since that opening quarter when they shot just 2 for 17. They went 8 for 20 in the second quarter. And while we don't have the official numbers in the third quarter so far, I'd venture to say they're right around 50%. As Ojari Morrell will check in for the first time for Warren Central, a senior listed at 6'6". As you go through the roster, obviously Bird at 6'8", McCombs 6'3". He's got D1 athleticism. 6'6" Merle, 6'4" Jadis Duncan, 6'3" Bryce Cousin. They've got size everywhere. Back underway, Partinger brings it down the left side, fades from just inside the free throw line, rattles off, no, rebound tipped out, last touched by Anthony, so it'll stay with the Wildcats underneath their basket with 4:28 left to go in the third quarter. Brody to inbound. Floats it in immediately to Brooks. He fires one up over defender at the rim, misses long. This time McAllister is the one to knock it out. And it'll go back to the Dragons with 4:23 left to go in the third. 2-2-1 full court defense now from the Wildcats. Coach Spencer standing on the sideline. If you've ever seen him, he's an active coach. Up there with the guys all night long. McAllister picks off a pass down low and saves it in, leaping out of bounds to Jameer Brooks. Floats it ahead to Scherer, and it's over his head and back out of bounds on the baseline. Coach Spencer telling him he's just got to slow down. which is so hard to do with how much Warren Central does to speed you up. That's why Franklin-Simpson was up 9-7 after one. This game was played at their pace, and the Dragons have flipped that on its head over the next quarter and a half. Left side, Carter has it. Now sends it into the right corner. Johnson, fade away triple. It's a heat check, and he's hot. Johnson up to 16 points. 43-20 is the Warren Central lead. Johnson's season high 18 in their season opener. 3:45 left to go. Brooks has it at half court, nearly goes behind the line, but good foot control to stay across. Down to McAllister. Brody drives, bounce pass to Hampton, lost it. And they're going to say it was last deflected out by the Dragons, so the Cats will have a baseline inbound with 3:37 left in the third quarter. Ian Daniel will come in for Warren Central as Anthony will check out. McAllister to inbound with Merle holding up that big 6'6" frame with the full wingspan out in front of him awaiting the inbound. The official stops play for a moment and now bounces it to Brody to get this one in, and then a whistle blows immediately. I'm not sure why they stopped play. Partinger moves over to the corner. There wasn't really anything that happened. He gets the inbound in the corner, gives it right back to McAllister, dribbling through two defenders. His runner misses long. Scherer chasing down the rebound, but up with it in the far corner is Johnson. He dribbles around two defenders into the front court. Karan Johnson kicks it out at the last moment to Carter on the right wing. Spinning around Partinger, leaps through the elbow. His runner misses long. Deflected down low by Merle, but it's chased down by Partinger. To McAllister, up ahead to Scherer, right elbow jumper off to the left, was leaning that way, and it's rebounded by Holbert. Randall Holbert in for the first time for the Dragons, and immediately gets his first basket of the night. The younger of the two, there's Ryan Holbert in the starting lineup. He's a senior, then sophomore Randall averaging 2 points per game. And it's now 45-20 Warren Central, 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Partinger pops one in from 12 feet out with one hand. Just the second field goal of the quarter for the Wildcats. Partinger now has 5 to tie Scherer for the team high. Right side, deep three from Johnson. Rattles home. He can do no wrong right now. Karan Johnson with 8 in the quarter, 19 for the game. That's a new season high. And the Dragons lead 48-22 with 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Partinger trapped in the front court, keeps dribbling anyways. Now fades from the baseline, left short, and it's rebounded by Randall Holbert. Up ahead, Johnson shovels it. 3 on the way from Daniel. Way long, and rebounded by Brooks. Daniel usually a marksman from deep as well, 40% on the year, but hasn't been able to dial it in here inside Diddle Arena as Brooks loses it on a drive. They'll say it was deflected out with 1:59 left to go in the quarter, so the Cats will keep it, trailing 48-22. It's gone 19-5 in favor of Warren Central in this third quarter. Hooper Stout, Caden Breward, Michael Denning, Zay Hampton all check in for the Wildcats. Brody McAllister, the only FS player to stay in. Denning and Stout making their first appearances. Michael averaging 2 points per game on the season. Hooper Stout averaging 1.2. Had that big 9-point game for a career high in the season finale against Glasgow. He gets it on the right wing now, looks down low, dribbles to his right, spins off back to the top of the key, now gives it off to Denning. Crosses over. Michael floats it out to McAllister in the left corner. Brody backing down, fires it up through contact, gets a foul called against Holbert, and will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Just 2 points tonight for Brody. Averaging 12 per game, was in double figures in both games of the 13th District Tournament. No, now they say there's no foul. And instead it'll go back to Warren Central with 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. Not sure what the call was there, might have got a travel, but instead it's Dragon basketball. Prince has it in the left corner, drives around Breward, stops on the left block, and he's fouled going up for a layup try as Denning came in to help. And they'll get it on Breward. And Caleb Prince will go to the line for 2 free throws. Cats have done a great job on Warren Central's leading scorers on the year. Just 4 for Prince, 2 for Bird. Prince can make it 5 here at the line and does so with the first free throw. He leads the Dragons with 3 attempts per game, shooting 74% there this year as Hampton and McAllister come out. Partinger and Scherer back in alongside Denning, Stout, and Breward getting some valuable minutes here on this Diddle Arena floor. Lead now 49-22 for Warren Central. Second free throw rattles off. Rebound fought for, and the Dragons ultimately win it. Prince comes out of the pile with it off his own miss. Another putback no good. Prince can't convert. McCombs fighting for it. Stout comes away with it for Franklin-Simpson. Off to Brewer. A minute left to go in the quarter. Caden bumped on a drive, and it's just the third foul against the Dragons in the quarter. So with 1:02 left here in the third, Franklin-Simpson will inbound on their baseline, trailing at 49-22. Brewer looking for options. Now rifles it in to Stout, but it's over his head and out of bounds into the scorer's table with a minute left to go. Dragons play such a tough schedule over the course of the season. The lowest amount of points they've given up this year, 36. Against South Warren. Right now just 22 on the board for Franklin-Simpson as we tick under a minute left to go in this third quarter. Prince dribbles around now, gives it to Randall Holbert, then gets it right back, guarded by Partinger. Prince wants a screen, gets it from Ian Daniel. Double team comes, gives it to Daniel on the left wing, fakes the three, now right back to Prince. Against Brewer, steps into a long two, missed long, rebound deflected out, contact, no call. Prince goes to save it, and he throws it to Partinger underneath the Warren Central basket. Off to Brewer, under 30 seconds to work with. Back to Jakai, and he'll bring it up against Holbert. Partinger into the front court. Double team comes. Kai dribbling left, floats it into the corner, and gets it right back. 15 on the clock. Partinger jabs right, goes left, fires a three, short, tipped around. Stout fighting for it for FS, and it's last touch by the Dragons with 8 seconds left to go in the third. Still 49-22 Warren Central. Randall Holbert comes out, Ryan Holbert back in. Bird will defend the inbound with that big 6'8 frame. Denning, the shortest player on the floor, trying to find somebody to throw it in around it. Just bounces it to Partinger, who tries to throw it right back, but it's over his head. Picked off. Here comes Ryan Holbert to the right block, and he scores it in to bring the quarter to a close. 51-22 is the Warren Central lead after they outscore FS 22-8 in the second quarter, 22-5 the margin in the third, and the Dragons are on their way to another semifinal in the fourth region tournament. 51-22 our score going into the fourth quarter. That final frame comes your way right after this here on 92.3 W.
Hello Wildcat fans, my name is Kevin Gilbert, your Simpson County corner. It has been an honor to serve you for the last 4 years as your corner. I'm a dedicated husband, father, and pop-pop. It'll be an honor to serve you for another term, and I humbly ask you for your vote on May 19th. Go Wildcats, go Lady Cats.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Getting set to get the fourth quarter underway here inside EA Diddle Arena. Franklin-Simpson trailing Warren Central 51-22 as we get set to start the final frame. Dragons with the first possession of the second half. They shot 47% in that third quarter. Their best mark of the game as Ian Daniel fires a left wing three, and they pick up right where they left off. Daniel with his first triple of the night. The Dragons now 7 for 24 from outside. It's 54-22 Warren Central. Wildcats have only taken 6 threes, made only 1, shooting 31% from the field from the game. Warren Central shooting 33%, but they've taken 54 shots to Franklin-Simpson's now 30 as Jakai misses one from the top of the key, and the Dragons bring it the other way. Partinger and Scherer tied for a team high of 5 points all the way to the rack, missing a 2-point attempt as Daniel, just his 10th 2-point try of the season, but McCombs rips it right back for the Dragons. His teardrop then misses short. Brooks up with a rebound for FS, and off to Partinger. Jakai, right elbow, gets around the first defender, misses the layup. Holbert did a great job of recovering. Now he has it back off the rebound to Prince on the right wing. Back to Holbert, left side. He'll fire an open three. Off the front side of the rim, no. It goes off of a foot. Who is it touched by? It goes off the shoe of Denning and out of bounds. Warren Central will keep it with 6:45 left to go in this one. Karan Johnson leading everyone with 19 points. He's on the bench right now for the Dragons. 8 points for Dominique Anthony, 7 for Jeremiah Combs to go along with a game-high 8 rebounds. Jakai Partinger leading the Cats with 5 boards. Warren Central 37 rebounds for the first 3 quarters of this one, 20 of them offensive. 15 points off of 13 Franklin-Simpson turnovers through the first 3 quarters as well. And winning the paint battle 24-10. Leading at 54-22. Baseline inbound comes in down low to Bryce Cousin in for the first time for the Dragons. His shot blocked by Partinger. Rebounded, though, by Duncan. They whip it around everybody on the perimeter. Good job recovering by Franklin-Simpson. Now it goes down low. Duncan, right-handed hook shot blocked again by Partinger. Duncan's third try misses long. And out with the rebound is Demetrius Lofton for Franklin-Simpson. Demetrius making his 5th appearance of the year. What hustle by Jakai Partinger. He's up to 3 blocks for the game. Arian McCormick also out there for the Wildcats. Easton Lewis, the freshman, making his 12th appearance of the year. Left side, Scherer for 3. Left short, and the rebound is pulled down by Anthony. He gets away from Partinger on a crossover. Right-handed layup, good in transition. It's 56-22 now, Warren Central. Anthony up to 10. Wildcats emptying out the bench a little bit just to get some different players experience playing here inside Diddle Arena. Make sure that with Demetrius Lofton out there, all 3 of your seniors have played on this floor. Partinger fires a deep 2. It misses long. Pulled down by Jadis Duncan. Gives it off to Holbert. Now into the left corner. 3-pointer on the way. That one drained off the hand of Bryce Cousin. And with that, the running clock is underway here inside Diddle Arena. 11 different players now have scored for Warren Central in this game. Brooks driving, cuts inside. Tough left-handed layup, no, but fouled at the rim with 5. Well, we'll see what they let this tick down to. Warren East legend Charles Lewis over there on the clock. We'll see what he decides to stop it at. He stops it at 5 minutes. That's the only shout-out that Charles will get in this broadcast. As Jameer, coming off the bench tonight, 4 points, can take the team high in scoring if he makes both these free throws. First one on the way is good for Brooks, shooting 60% at the line this year. Warren Central will bring in their reserves as well. Tavares Hoosier in for the first time. Randall Holbert comes back in with 5 minutes on the clock. Second free throw misses, though, and it's 59-23. Jameer in that club with 5 points. Alongside Scherer and Partinger. Left side shot misses, but an offensive rebound put back up and in by Cousin, and he's fouled in the process, so he'll go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. Cousin with the 3-pointer and can quickly stack it together. A season-high 12 points in the first game against Bowling Green. Big win for the Dragons, and lost in overtime the second time around before feeding the Purples in the opening round of the 14th District Tournament. Free throw misses, but it's rebounded by Duncan for Warren Central. He kicks it out, top of the key, 3 on the way, and it's perfect. Donovan Bradford, with just his 14th points of the season, makes it 64-23 Warren Central with 4:24 left to go as Brooks is fouled up top. Wildcats going to get some more reserves in, and for the final time as Wildcats, it appears Jakai Partinger and Cole Scherer will check out as they get an ovation from the Wildcat faithful with 4:07 left to go in this one. Michael Denning back in for Franklin-Simpson. Freshman Arian McCormick making his 3rd appearance of the season. Freshman Braxton McAllister in for FS. And DeMar Smith comes in for the first time for Warren Central as well, making his 6th appearance of the season. Braxton McAllister has it up top now over to Demetrius Lofton. Goes into the corner to Michael Denning. Nice spin move on the right elbow. Stops, fires on the block. Missed it short. Rebound tipped out. Denning gets it back. His runner misses long. Batted around, and Warren Central is up with it. Then it's stolen away by Stout on an errant pass. He's fouled on a layup try, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. What an opportunity for freshman Hooper Stout to get on the board here inside Diddle Arena with 3:21 left to go in this opening round region tournament matchup. Hooper scored 16 points in a 2-game stretch, 7 against Warren East, 9 against Glasgow when Jameer and Zay were unavailable for the Wildcats. Makes the first of these 2 free throws, and he has his first ever points on this floor. Second free throw on the way, and it gets the bounce and falls as well. Couple of points for Hooper, makes it 64-25. Left side, Smith has it for Warren Central, up top to Holbert. Now it goes into the right corner. Hoosier, his pass deflected, and up with the steal is McCormick. Arian McCormick crosses over, now sends it over to Denning. Michael outside to Lofton. Demetris navigating, spins through, fires up a jumper long, and it's rebounded by Jadis Duncan down low. Here comes Randall Holbert across, now sends it into the right corner, faking a 3 is Smith. One more pass, Bradford will try another, that one off to the left side, rebounded by Broxton McAllister. 2:40 left in this one, 64-25, Warren Central leading. Stout kicks it outside to Denning. Hooper sets a screen, now it goes to Lofton. Demetris, back to Stout. Crosses over, pulls it back out on the wing, now wraps it over to Denning on the left side. Lost control, but gets it back short of half court. Denning steps into a top of the key 3, just off the mark, short. It was dead on line, but the pass deflected off the rebound, and Stout gets a bucket down low. Hooper with 4 points in the quarter, 64-27. Is the Warren Central lead over Franklin-Simpson. 2 minutes left in this one. Ball goes in the left corner. 3-pointer on the way for Smith for Warren Central off the heel. No. McAllister fighting for the rebound. Lofton trying to save it, and he does so, falling into the Warren Central bench. Off to Stout. To McCormick on the right wing. Has to pick up his dribble. Now goes to McAllister in the right corner. Brax checking for options. Posts up, picks up his dribble. Needs somebody to come and get it. Tries to pass it outside, and it's knocked out of bounds by Holbert with 1:34 left in this one. So the Wildcats will inbound, and immediately a foul called with 1:18 left to go. The clock ticked down with the foul. 64-27 is the Warren Central lead. Denning gets the inbound. Now gives it over on the right side to McCormick. Arian drives inside, runs into 2 defenders, and a foul called on the floor as he's doing so. And that will be 2 free throws for McCormick, as they'll stop the clock with 54 seconds remaining in a 64-27 game. Another opportunity for a young Wildcat to get some points inside Diddle Arena. McCormick made a couple of free throws earlier this year, misses the first of these 2. Scored his first career points in his first career appearance against Warren East. He scored 2 points in every appearance so far. Spins it in the left hand, now fires at the second of these 2 off the left side. Rebound tipped out, and it'll go the way of the Dragons as we tick under 50 seconds remaining. Holbert will bring it up, guarded by McCormick. Now lobs it over to Hoosier. Back to Randall Holbert, top of the key 3, and he hit it. 5 points now for Randall Holbert. We tick under 30 seconds left to go. Stout down low. Braxton McAllister fakes, goes up on the up and under, missed it, got it back, put back try, misses long, and it's rebounded by Warren Central with 20 seconds left to go. Down low, it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. And we'll see if Warren Central tries to do anything with these final seconds. Don't believe that will be the case. They just lob it into the backcourt, and that will bring this game to a close. Franklin-Simpson led it after 1, 9-7, but Warren Central rallies with a 22-8 second quarter, and they don't look back, cruising to a 67-27 win here tonight. The lowest total they've allowed all season defensively to advance to the semifinals of the 4th region tournament. For the 11th time in 13 appearances under head coach Will Unseld, as the Wildcats finish the year at 9-16 overall. Warren Central moves to 24-3. We'll take a break. When we come back, and we'll see if we're able to chat with Coach Spencer, put a bow on this Wildcat basketball season, and get you set for Friday's return to action on the girls' side, with the Lady Cats taking on Allen County Scottsville in the semifinals of the girls' 4th region tournament. Again, your final score: Warren Central 67, Franklin-Simpson 27. In the boys region tournament opening round. Post-game show on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN.